just take the precautions and wear the mask, wear the gloves, wear a boiler suit if you really want to. Hi everyone, I just thought that I would cover the most important topic for my first video. I'm still getting used to this, by the way, and it's not easy at all. I've done about 1 million takes so far. Hopefully I'll get better. So, resin art, health and safety, must-knows, and my own personal recommendations. So just as a bit of background, if you don't know already, I started resin during lockdown as a bit of an escape. I started on my dining table when my girls were in bed. I didn't wear a mask. I wore gloves, but I would take them off when they became sticky and then just chuck them. And then I'd still touch the resin. And I was doing this for months and months, and obviously I then quit my job and now I do this full time. So my contact with resin has become a bit more frequent. So that has actually led me to catch contact dermatitis. I am literally just getting over it at the moment. But it actually prevented me from doing everyday tasks, and with 2 little ones, it was really, really tough. I actually dropped a little bit of resin on my leg once. I was wearing trousers, but it wasn't until the day after that I looked at my leg and there was a red raised lump where the resin had dropped. Not everyone is allergic to resin. Overexposure can lead you to become sensitized. You can actually become allergic to resin at any point, whether you get the reaction immediately, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 10 years, 2 years, it doesn't matter. Everyone is different, but is it really worth the risk in finding out that you are allergic to resin? This actually is the same with breathing in the particles. Just don't do it. So I always wear a mask now. I don't have any allergies to the dust particles or anything that I know of or am aware of, but there isn't enough research into what actually happens to those particles in your body. And obviously I started without a mask, and now I just think how silly was I? All of those little particles. And I remember I used to be sanding away, and my nose afterwards, it would be full of crap. So it just goes to show how important wearing a mask and gloves is. I use the JSP Force 8 half mask. They have P3 press to check filters. When I put the mask on, if I press these down and try to breathe, if I can still breathe, well, you can feel air going in. It's not working, it's not on properly. So you just tighten it up until it stops you from breathing when you push them down. I love this. P3 filters are for chemicals and dust, so perfect for pouring or sanding. I highly recommend this mask. Yeah, this is the most comfortable one. Don't bother getting a full mask. It will get dirty. There's really no point. If I need to, I just wear, these are just like builder's goggles. Yeah. And obviously if I get them dirty, I can just easily replace them. Going on to gloves. These are TouchGuard Blue Nitrile gloves. I really, really like the nitrile gloves. My preference is black, but they were out of stock, so I bought blue, but they work just as good. I actually double up my gloves now because I always found myself getting really sticky that I couldn't actually work properly. So I'd take my gloves off and then not put some back on, and that would obviously lead me to touching resin. So now what I do, I double up, and then when that one gets sticky, I take it off and I've still got a glove on. It's a good tip. I'm always wearing gloves now. We use these gloves over the top of these. Yeah, They're really comfortable. I'll have all of these linked out on my Amazon. Most of the stuff that I get is from Amazon. I love it. And then for a little extra protection, I wear my boiler suit. Yeah, every single one of my items of clothing has got at least one speck of hardness on it, so I don't recommend that. So that's why I got the boiler suit. It ruins the hell out of your clothes, so don't do it. Obviously I am allergic to the resin on my skin now. I wasn't before, but my body sensitized to it, and now if I get even the smallest amount of resin on me, I just flare up really quickly. It becomes really itchy and really sore. So I think, just as a roundup, health and safety is so important. Is it really worth the risk to find out that you are allergic to resin? It's really not worth the risk. There hasn't been enough research into inhaling the resin fumes whilst you're mixing, or inhaling the particles. You can find everything that I've mentioned on here on my Amazon recommendations, which I'll put the link somewhere. I don't even know where it goes because I'm not really used to YouTube yet. But I will put it somewhere. I'm aiming to get a video done a week if I can. That's my aim. I am very busy. Obviously I've got the business and I've got 2 little ones as well. It's really hard to keep spinning those plates on those sticks. Like, I feel like a circus act the majority of the time, but I will do my best, and obviously I'll prioritize filming ones that you'd like to see. If you have any ideas of any topics that you'd like me to cover, please just drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to get through them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it helpful.